Deb Price is the Hall of Fame girls track coach at Reading High School. Her team is fresh off a runner-up finish yesterday at the MITCA State Meet. Coach, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations. It seems like you're always in the mix in that MITCA, at least in the last couple of years. Tell us how the meet went yesterday.
Well, it was actually a great day. We had some great performances. Of course, we ended up runner-up, but again, there were a lot of great athletes there and some good competition and a very respectable day in the sense that Saugatuck did really well and we did everything we could to catch them, but ended up second, which isn't too shabby.
Coach, I detect a little disappointment in your voice. Is that am I misreading that?
Honestly, no. I couldn't be prouder of the performances that we had yesterday, and that bringing home second place trophy was an awesome thing too. There is nothing that we could have done differently, and I'm very excited that they were able to get second against Saugatuck.
Yeah, for sure, and it's a great accomplishment. Deb Price with us from Reading High School, the excellent girls track coach. Where was it? Where was the meet held?
It was in Saugatuck.
It was at Saugatuck.
Yes.
So they had a home track advantage, huh?
Yes, they did.
Does that make a difference?
Sometimes I think it could, but yesterday, no, I don't think home track was an advantage at all.
Let's talk about some of your kids that have had big years. For folks who haven't really followed Reading track closely this year, who have been some of your standouts in the 2016 track season?
Well, it's taken a lot of depth on this team, which is we just have a well-rounded team this year, but obviously Teddy Zimmerman and Bailey Ireland are two hurdlers that will be going to the MHSAA state meet. Our relays are tough. Tressa Eidner, middle distance, Kenny Bassage, one of our top distance runners, Abby Ruppert in the discus, Katie Krieger in the shot. I mean, we have a lot of the areas covered. In those relay teams, Samantha Pfeiffer, again, some of those other girls that are in individual events. I hope I don't forget anybody, but those are some of the standouts that I can think about right off. Ann Wiedmeyer has done an awesome job in the high jump. And again, a lot of other girls that I'm not thinking about at the moment. I don't mean to leave them out, but
no, I understand.
It's just taken everybody to
Sure.
be able to, have our success that we've had this year.
That's one of the great things about track is the confluence of it being kind of an individual sport in the respect that, in the 100-yard dash, you're kind of on your own, but the fact that it all does work together in a team concept as well.
Correct. I forgot to mention Caitlin Seeger. You mentioned the 100-yard dash.
Right.
But again, it's just taken the entire team, whether it's, the number one person or the number three person. It's just the depth of the team that's, made us successful this year.
Deb Price is the Hall of Fame coach for the Reading Rangers girls track team. They were runner-up on Saturday at the state MITCA meet at Saugatuck. Before we talk about the next state meet, the MHSAA state meet, I want to go back and talk about your Big 8 year. How did your team compete this season in the Big 8, Coach?
We were 7-0 in the Big 8 and went to the Big 8 championship meet at Springport last week and won that also. We had a lot of tough competition, but again, came out of it undefeated, and we're Big 8 champs.
That always feels good when you can beat those orange teams in the Big 8. I know for Reading that means a lot.
Definitely some tough competition with those orange teams.
I love
it
the Big 8. It
wasn't easy winning that meet.
For sure.
This year. It was real tight, and we were fortunate to come out on top.
I think the Big 8 is the best conference, the biggest and best local conference, because it hasn't changed much in the last 30-some years, and those rivalries year after year, even at track, I would imagine, become pretty intense.
They do. I mean, there is some intense competition, and of course we never want to lose to any of those teams, but I think also there's some great friendships that develop with the girls that see each other throughout the year, whether it's an invite or a Big 8 meet. So, yeah, definitely a competition, but again, a lot of great friendships that develop, too, with the girls from the Big 8.
Talk about the state meet. When is it, where is it, and who will you have representing Reading High School at the state track meet?
The state meet for Division 4 this year is in downtown Grand Rapids at Hausman Field. It's been a while. Back when Aaron Dillon was running, we ran at Hausman Field. We have 11 girls going in 14 events. So we're expecting to do some great things. The competition is tough. It's just hard to say. You got to perform on the day of the state meet. The paper doesn't always mean as much as the day of the competition, but definitely going in to do some big stuff. But we've, again, have some great teams we're competing against. So hopefully having a good day and finishing up in the top.
Do you think you have an individual state champion on your team this year? Is it possible?
It is possible. Again, I mentioned Teddy Zimmerman and Bailey Ireland in the hurdles, 300 hurdles and the 100 hurdles. Tressa Eidner in the 400 and 800, definitely in the, running. Again, it's all so close, it's hard to say. Kenny Bassage in the 2-mile. Our 800 relay is seated second against Fowler. So there's just, we definitely have a lot of great things. Our 3,200 relay, what am I talking about? We're seated second against the Academy. So, again,
well, that'll be fun.
We've got some big things. Yes, it will. The Academy has some great things going, too. They're definitely going to be in the running.
The track programs that we have around here, we just found out that Hillsdale won the boys Mitka on Saturday. You mentioned Hillsdale Academy and what Coach Roberts has done with that program, and, of course, your program over at Reading. This is really, Southern Michigan can be kind of proud of Hillsdale County track programs.
Yeah, we've been really representing quite strongly. Pittsford, has had some great things, too, and they've got some vaulters and stuff that are going to be going up. So we definitely are representing Hillsdale County very well.
For sure. Now, your team has been representing your school incredibly well over the years. You mentioned Aaron Dillon. I knew the Davis girls really well. And it just seems like what should happen is that when the Davises leave, the Reading girls track team will drop off a little bit. They won't be quite as strong or competitive. How do you maintain the consistency, the competitive consistency year in and year out, even when big names like Michelle Davis and Jenny Davis and the rest of them move on? Well,
I think, as those girls, after they left, their leadership carries over, and, we have the next group of girls who measure up to that and take over as leaders. We have still some great, I keep saying it's in the Reading water. I don't know. But,
we need to get some of that around the county. That's pretty good.
We have some pretty big athletes. Again, I keep mentioning Teddy and Tressa and Bailey, Caitlin Seeger. I don't know. I don't know. We just have had some great athletes, and they just continue to, show up for track season at the beginning of the year. So I don't know what it is, but I'm fortunate to be a part of it, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And Coach, we appreciate you taking time every spring to talk to us for a couple of minutes. We've had your team on the Broad Street Tavern Show multiple times, and I just wanted to catch up with you. It's been so crazy. I haven't had a chance to talk with you, but we're excited about what you guys are doing. Congratulations on the Mitka meet. Now, when is the state meet again?
The state meet is next Saturday.
Saturday at Grand Rapids.
At Hausman Field.
Hausman Field. You can find out more about the Reading High School girls and all of the teams in Hillsdale County who will be competing in the Division 4 state track meet with the MHSAA. Coach, congratulations and continued success.
Thank you very much.